Hello and welcome back to the channel. Of course, this is Let's Ride and I'm MTC. Today I am riding the Mantis Pro yet again. Sorry, it's been a while since I posted a video, and hello to the new subscribers, and God, thank you all so much for the comments, the likes, and the subscriptions so far. I really do appreciate it. So, that said, I've got some stuff to talk about, and I apologize, it's been a while. Unfortunately, I have found out that the damage that was done to the wiring for the front hub on my Bronco was a bit heavier than I expected, or at least initially thought, and unfortunately I wasn't able to just splice in wires at that point because it pretty much was damaged to the point where I'm gonna have to replace the whole wire harness. And so at this point, the quickest way for me to do that is to buy a new hub, which I'm gonna be buying a new hub this Friday, so hopefully I'll have a working Bronco within 3 to 4 weeks, if I'm lucky. So that really sucks, because I wasn't expecting that expense. But the good news is I was able to tear down my Bronco hub motor completely. So what I'm going to also do is rewire that hub, because I found a place where I can get a wire harness replacement, like a full one that has everything I need. And I'm just going to wire that up and fix it eventually, which will of course then leave me with an extra hub. But I've got some ideas for that, and I think I want to try to Frankenstein my own scooter. I think that would be pretty fun. Maybe try to figure out a way to get a second cheap hub motor that's of the same specs, or just buy a second one from Bronco directly. Or even, I know E-Wheels is actually going to start carrying the Bronco here shortly, so I'm pretty happy about that. But that said, I don't really have a good excuse for not posting content. Like, I could have filmed that whole process of actually tearing it apart, but there was some not safe for work language being used. I'll put it mildly. But regardless, here I am. And I do hope to get on a better schedule and actually start regularly uploading, especially once I get my Bronco back. But I'm going to have to save a lot of the recording I do for the weekends, because here in the Pacific Northwest, around this time of the year, it starts getting darker a lot earlier in the day, which makes it very hard to film. Anyways, all that talk about the Bronco, but this is the Mantis video. So I do want to update y'all on some things that I have swapped on the Mantis at this point in time. As you can see, or maybe not, up front I actually have the Magic Shine light that I originally had on my Bronco. I have since replaced that, and even though this one's all scuffed up, I figured it deserves a home too. So I ended up getting a new holder for it, a bicycle mount for it, and I did cover it with Sharpie, just so that the scrapes and stuff wouldn't be so apparent. But the light still works perfectly. so I don't mind doing that. Also, with the Mantis, I actually swapped out the tires because I was riding the other day, and I came to a dead stop, and right when I stopped, the tire popped. And not only did it pop, it violently popped. It ripped the tire pretty much down the half. Like it looked like it had been worn quite a bit. Now luckily I'm okay. I was at a dead stop, so there was no kind of incident or anything, but it was kind of strange. So I did swap out the tires, and I decided to actually go ahead and swap in the 10x3 tires, because I said, hey, next flat I get, I'm gonna do it. And so far, I mean, this is the first time I've used them on a ride, so I mean, right now they have pretty good traction from what I can feel. Like, no complaints. I do have to see how they are with my battery economy though, because they are bigger. Haven't taken turns like these on them before, so got to get used to that as well. But so far, I mean, it feels like they do have a wider base at the contact point with the street, and so it does feel like I can take turns like that at a higher speed without having to worry too much about balance issues, so that's good. So anyways, I forgot to ask, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day. You know, it's a little gray out here, but you know, I'm off work, and fall in the Pacific Northwest is probably one of the most beautiful places, just with all the colors changing on the leaves and the sharp contrast in colors. I really do love it here. Alright, so as you can see, I am on my way to the Sammamish River Trail. It has been about a month since I have been here, and I've been dying to ride. You know, being injured has sucked. Aside from not having a properly working Bronco, my knee took forever to heal. It is finally just healed, and it's not fully. The skin has definitely not strengthened. It's fully healed as far as there's no scabbing or anything, but you can tell it's a very, very thin piece of skin that's where that wound was. So it almost took a month to get proper though. That was crazy. But I'm just happy it was nothing more than that. That I can still say, hey, I've got health. On your left. I mean, I kind of do wish that the damage to the Bronco was a bit less severe, but you know, it is what it is. I did luck out. GoPro actually, I don't know if they took mercy on me because I actually bought a Hero 10, or what. On your left. But you know, the customer service person I was talking to through their chat had said, hey, you might be able to qualify for a warranty, which I didn't think I would, considering, you know, this was definitely my damage that I did to it, but they somehow got it approved. So instead of costing me, you know, $79 plus tax, they're gonna swap it out for free. So that was a nice little money saving thing. And I think it's funny, they were like, hey, so what happened? How did the damage happen? I was just like, yeah, I was riding at about 45 miles per hour. I made a bad decision and ended up sliding on the ground after taking a fall for about 10 to 15 feet. But like I said, I'm just happy that it wasn't worse. I didn't break any bones. I'm not dead. The Bronco will be up and running soon. So it's just a matter of time. Now, since it is colder out, aside from the larger tires, battery performance is gonna be a bit worse for wear, because I think last time I checked it was around 60 degrees out, maybe. I know in the morning it was like 49 degrees. It was ridiculous. Good old Pacific Northwest. On your left. Thank you. Just cruising at 20. Hopefully the telemetry works. I saw a video on a trick to get it to actually properly display without having to like export it or do anything weird. So we'll see. I mean, it only added a couple of seconds to the start of the me actually hitting record, so. I would like that telemetry to work. It's kind of weird that you have to go through so many hoops. On your left. Thank you. I am trying to save some juice for the return so I can try to crank it a bit, but we'll see what happens. Cold weather and cells that are pretty much 2 years old at this point, at least, you know, usage wise. This thing is definitely due for a battery pack swap. Well, maybe. I mean, look, I'm at 63.3 or so, while I'm going about 24. So under load, that's not bad, right? There we go. Wait, no, maybe... Huh. So without anything on, I'm at 64.8. So yeah, I think I've got plenty to get back, but voltage sag is going down to about 62, 60 when I initially hit the throttle. So I can definitely tell I'm not getting the same life out of these cells that I would be on a warmer day. But as long as I get home, I'm happy. Looks like they're repaving this part of the path. That's awesome. I hope they're repaving the part of it that's super, super, super bumpy too. Looks like they are. Oh my gosh. You serious? This is about to be even a better spot to ride. I love that. Oh no, there's still some cracks and bumps it looks like, but it does look like they are working on it, so that's cool. That's sweet. Big tire bike. On your left. On your left. Alright. We're having a good time. On your left. Having a good time. But yeah, from what I can tell, these tires are holding up pretty well. I'm as annoying as it was to actually get these swapped in, because mainly because it's been a while since I've actually had to swap anything, and so the Mantis was a bit dirtier than than it should have been. I should really upkeep it better. But it took a while to get things cleaned, and I accidentally stripped a bolt, so I had to replace that bolt. But all's well now. On your left. You know what? I might actually... No, I'm gonna keep going. I gotta go the full route and see what this is gonna do to my battery, so I know. On your left. And then, of course, as always, whenever you're, having to remove the brakes, the calipers, that can always be fun time, or a fun time rather. Geez, I gotta remember proper sentence structure. But those can always be a fun time to try to get so they're not squeaking or doing anything you don't want them to do. So that took me a good probably 30 minutes just to get the brakes both set up properly. On your left. On your left. Looks like we've got some soccer games going on. All right. No, I am glad that I actually did get the Hero 10 instead of the Insta360 X2. Although I still want one. Just being able to take 360 video would be excellent. On your left. Nope. My e-brake went off. Another thing I'm gonna have to tweak. I thought I loosened the bolt enough, but apparently not. On your left. Thank you. That's the one thing that like continually happens when I'm riding this scooter that just drives me nuts. Aside from all the problems with tires I've had. But you know, ultimately they're things I can live with because there's Amazon. I can replace things that I need to replace pretty quickly on this scooter because there are so many parts for it. And that's the beauty of it. But it's also a curse. Because it seems like the more you replace, the more you end up needing to replace. I'm still trying to source a good place that I can find the proper size bolts for both swing arms as well, because I did notice some more issues cropping up with those. And so whatever the originals were treated with, however they were made, they are not very corrosion proof, and I would love to replace them with something that is. Also, I have to order a new steering damper for the Bronco. I didn't think I did, but I have to. Apparently mine got turned so much that it leaked the fluid. Like it got turned past the point it was supposed to turn, essentially. And at first it didn't seem like anything was wrong because it was still putting up pretty good resistance. However, given it, you know, a good couple of weeks, and I found that there was no resistance left in it. I mean, there is, it's still, you know, a rod that's secured to the side of the frame. So in a sense there is some dampening effect there, but it's completely broken, so I have to replace that. And I'm fairly confident I said that in the past video, but you know, I'm not sure. There it is again. Now it's probably the left bolt that I have to mess with, but oh well. Yeah, I should be fine on battery. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit 40 on my way back though, like I normally would like to, which is a shame. But there are worse things, like bailing off a scooter at 45 miles an hour and skidding along the ground. God, I'm an idiot. That could have gone so much differently. All I had to do was stay on the road. On your left. All right, here we go. Well, I am hitting 41, but it's down a hill. Oh, I think I forgot to put horizon lock on. Oh well. And it looks like this is still blocked off, so I'm going on the road. Oh gosh, it went off again. Alright, 1 second. Alright, hopefully that fixes it. Go figure. Of all the issues to have today, that's the one. Alright. I can live with that. Bob Saget. Alright, looks like I'm hitting 39 on flat. Looks like the signs were picked up. Holy moly. That doesn't give me a ton of room in the lane. But that's cool. It's about time. Those were laying there. Well, I could have picked them up myself, but hey, I guess I shouldn't say things like about time. Hey, I hit 40 on flat. Sweet. That makes me happy, but we'll see what the GPS says if the GPS is working. I still haven't gotten a draggy. All this crash and replacing stuff has sent me pretty far back financially. Like that's why I have to wait till this Friday to order the hub motor. Gotta wait for a paycheck. So that's fun. But eventually I'll get there. I think the draggy will be next, and then what I'll probably end up doing, aside from worrying about Christmas, is I gotta think I'm gonna go for the Insta360 X2, or because I really want a 360 camera. I think that would be a lot of fun to play with, especially on a scooter that has a proper damper where I can actually use one hand to control it for the most part. Maximus has the license plate. That's pretty sweet. Alright, resting voltage 61.8. That's not bad. Yeah, 62 now. Bear in mind I do not have regenerative braking on. E-braking's not even supposed to be on, so that's the most frustrating part about when this thing triggers. It's like I don't even have it on and it still happens. It's because of that sensor. Wow, let me get that guy's license plate. It did it again. Now it's gone. Alright. I hope that guy didn't think I was like, hey, you're an idiot. No, I was talking about the van. That's why I pointed at the van first. Then I pointed at my camera. Don't worry, dude. If that guy would have started something, I had your back. Because that was a stupid, dangerous thing that driver did. Sorry, I got so quiet there. I wanted to focus on riding. Of course, you have people like Dink Wheelie talking while he's actually doing wheelies, so I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just getting healed up. I don't want to wreck again. I'm sorry. I gotta say though, I am definitely looking forward to some winter riding as well. Although it can get pretty cold, especially when you're riding fast on a scooter. You know, as long as you have the right gear, you're good. You just want to make sure your hands stay warm and your feet stay warm, essentially, because you want to always be able to feel what you're holding on to. And you want it to be safe, right? So definitely try to keep the hands and the feet warm. I mean, your head's already going to be warm if you have a full face helmet, which, you know, if you're riding fast on a scooter, you probably should have. I was hoping more people would have their Halloween decorations up, but not yet. I'll have to cruise around and take some video of when people do, because around here people tend to go a little nutty. It's a lot of people's favorite holiday. The Box on Wheels. The Box on Wheels is a pretty good food place. I used to go to my work all the time. They had a good combo plate. But I really liked their bao. Their bao was delicious. They did pork belly bao. Oh, so good. Alright, so battery is at 56.4 volts while under load. Readings showing about 66%. I'm going to do one final loop because, you know what, it's been so long since I've been able to ride a scooter and actually put pressure on my my right leg that I can't just get enough with what I just had. So I'm sorry, but you may not like the looping, you may like it. Either way, this is for me. So oh, this feels good. Feels so good. One of my new subs was I apologize, I don't have your name right off the top, just because, you know, I don't really script these episodes, but one of my viewers was saying he actually purchased a Mantis from, or she, I don't know, sorry, but they purchased a Mantis from Voro, and it came with a ton of issues. And so you know, geez, if my video at any way pointed you towards getting a Mantis from Voro and that happened, I feel terrible and I'm very sorry. You know, it sucks because you hear about companies that have supposedly great customer service and great quality control, and for those types of issues, it's not cool. It's not cool. But I you know, from what I understand, he or she or they, what a terrible thing to say. I'm sorry. I figured out the proper thing to say when I didn't know your name off the top of my head, and then I just am an idiot. But you know, I understand that they got a Dualtron instead, and they're pretty happy with their purchase. So I'm very happy for them. Anyone that purchases a scooter that's even, you know, somewhat inspired by my videos to do that, or if not, you just purchase a scooter and you want to share that you did, I love it. You know, this is my passion. And for as many problems as I've had on my Bronco, that is my favorite love scooter. And maybe it's just because it's the first one that I've ever had that has that kind of power to it. And I love this Bronco and this Kaabo Mantis very much the same way. And so, you know, that's definitely sad to hear, but I'm very happy to hear that it worked out in the end. Because that's what it's all about, just having fun, getting a scooter you can hop on and ride and enjoy. Because I know at the end of the day, this is one of my major relaxation methods. Some may think riding around doesn't seem like a very relaxing thing to do, but you know, it really can be therapeutic. Kind of like